Good morning, Shmuel Chantal, the running tour guide, together with Alicia Avior, a good friend, and we're going to take you to Nachal Paran, a place of encampment. We have a long journey ahead of us. Enjoy it with us, enjoy the scenes. Please remember to subscribe, follow us through our journeys in Israel. Peace out.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, we're on our way. We're 7 minutes in, and the hike has started right in the bottom of Nachal Tzichor. For any desert lovers out there, Paran and the wilderness that we're entering is one of the most beautiful landscapes for people who enjoy the open outdoors. And it is so crisp and fresh out here today. I think our start temperature is 18 degrees. And we have a max of 24 degrees. Following the orange, blue and white trail, and at the moment we're just about 3 kilometers in, and the segment that we're doing today is 29.5 kilometers, and what I'm using is a Garmin Phoenix, and you can see it has the trail map which gives us route directions, and we can follow the Israel National Trail with ease. We have a map with us. It's always nice to pull out a map and use it, but the technology definitely helps. Check this out. How beautiful is that? Alicia is a collector of stones, and he noticed this one. Perfect gift for the wife. What do you think? You can just
earrings,
earrings, necklace, you name it.
Like 3,000 years ago.
But that is nature at its best. A perfect circle. It looks like someone's actually shot a bullet through here. Something like this, as simple as this, in the middle of the desert, has precious beauty. But I envision this on a necklace. What do you think? Nice find. Find me one. I also want one.
Next one is for you.
Thank you. Right, we've reached our first junction, the junction of Wadi Tzichor, Wadi Paran, and this is the trail, the 4x4 trail, which takes you to Road 40, and we are entering the Ashosh Nature Reserve. It's an extremely arid region, only a maximum of 100 millimeters of rainfall per year, with complex geological structures and broad wadis. We have 6 liters of water with us, which should be enough, but now we're really getting into the hike, away from the main roads. It's beautifully quiet. It's a spectacular day, and dogs are not allowed on the trail. Do not get to the edges of the cliff. Be careful of falling and rolling stones, because there are lots of ibexes on these cliffs, so every now and again you can get a tumbling of rocks coming down. But we're going to be sticking in the valley. Look at the direction of where we're headed, the long road ahead. Okay, we can't show you, but we can hear the storks flying up above. Hopefully we'll get a glimpse of them later. And we've come from Ovnat, where Elisha lives, and a few hours ago they were there. Now they're heading south all the way to Africa, and to spend the winter in the warm African climate. Look at the road ahead. Even here in Israel, in a heavily populated country, we've got these open wilderness spaces. You feel like you're completely on your own. So we may have this whole hike to ourselves today. I'd be quite satisfied if we don't see anybody. We're happy to see you. 20.5 kilometers remaining. We reached the junction of Wadi Vardit, Wadi Paran, and we're heading for the hills. Time to put some work in. There's a whole bird activity here. I hope you caught a glimpse of that. That was a short-toed eagle, Chivyai, and you can hear the sounds of crows, pigeons, starlings. A little bit of a bird party. Here you can see a family of ibex. We've been trailing them for the last kilometer, and finally we get a glimpse of them. Very agile creatures, perfectly adapted to these mountain cliffs. Watch them go. Wow. Hop. Watch him. Wow. That's climbing an 80-degree cliff with ease. They've climbed up all the way from the bottom where we are up to the top of the cliff within seconds. Anyway, look where you find yourselves with us here. It's such a comfort to finally be in the shade of these cliffs as we make our way through these incredible cliffs. Hugged by these cliffs really makes you feel small, insignificant. So far, so good. Reached the highest point of the hike for the day, and if you look behind me, we're looking due south towards the direction of Eilat, the view into Nachal Paran, and then on the horizon you can make out the higher mountains of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, or the mountains of Edom, and we'll get another glimpse into Nachal Paran, and we'll talk about the book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 11 and 12. Stay tuned. Look at that. I hope you guys can see it. Hundreds of stalks heading south to Ethiopia. Boy, oh boy, am I going to enjoy this one. Ice cold XL for that little extra boost. Compliments of Alicia. Come on! Get it! What? Yes! Have a look here how the landscape has changed. We're into a little side dry rivulet. We've got the rotem, the broom. We've got prickly burnets. And we're on the blue trail. We've reached our next stream, Nachal Barak. Magnificent. Nachal Barak, the lightning stream. And now it's time for a Mars bar. This looks like the surface of Mars. Sweetness.
Lap 21, 1344, heart rate, 91.
Okay friends, we've reached the half marathon mark. We're down in the valley. We're heading due east, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, the setting sun is behind us. Let's see what other surprises we can show you. Thank you. Okay, Alicia's let me run the last 5 kilometers, so thank you. I've been looking forward to my run. It's been 25 kilometers of hiking. It's time to be the running tour guide. Let's enjoy. Right, just north of us, Nachal Paran, and I promised to tell you about Numbers chapter 10, verse 11 and 12. Talks about the third new moon from the period of Sinai, the revelation of Sinai. The Israelites followed the clouds of glory to this region, to Nachal Paran, where they eventually camped in the month of Sivan, the third month, Nisan, Iyar, Sivan. And here, for 1 year, the Israelites camped in this expansive Nachal Paran, and a place of water. Believe it or not, Nachal Paran is the third largest river in the land of Israel. Yes, a river in the desert. In the winter months, the flow of this river is even stronger than the Jordan, the Yabok, a historical connection with the Israelites on their journey to the Promised Land, which means due north of us is Nachal Tzin, which is the southern biblical border of the Holy Land. And it's also from this valley, just behind me, historical Kadesh Barnea. Today there's a spring called Ein Kadis, which preserves the historical probable site of where the spies left this valley into the Promised Land. 10 of them giving a negative report, 2 of them giving a good report. So, footsteps of history in this beautiful region of the Negev. Look at that, the wide open plain, nobody in sight. It really doesn't come much better than this. Here we go, folks. We're reaching Road 90, the Arava Highway, the longest road in Israel. Starts in Metula and ends in Eilat. So let's just have a few meters on it, just to enjoy the vibe. There it is. We're looking due south towards Eilat, and behind me, due north towards the Dead Sea, the Kinneret Sea, and eventually Metula on the Lebanese border. I trust you enjoyed that little adventure in the Negev. Plenty more to come your way. Hit that bell, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for following along. Have a happy weekend, a healthy weekend. Shabbat Shalom. Peace. We made it back. We have a beautiful sunset, but before we do, nothing like finishing off with an ice cold RC Cola, frozen, specially prepared by Alicia. Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol nihiyeh bidbaro.
Amen. Chaim.
Bye.